on the endless Mongolian steppe. The land stretched so far that the horizon looked like the very edge of the world. For travelers, it was both beautiful and dangerous. Days of riding might pass before you saw another settlement, and one night without shelter could mean death. That is why, among the nomadic Mongols, hospitality was not a polite custom, it was a sacred duty. They believed every guest was sent by Tungri, the eternal, blue sky, as a test of honor. To turn away a traveler was not just unkind. It was a betrayal of the shared humanity that kept people alive on the steppe. Inside the felt-covered yurts, life could change in an instant. The moment a rider appeared in the distance, the fire was stoked higher, tea was poured, and food was prepared. It did not matter if the stranger was a trader, a wandering messenger, or even someone who had once been an enemy. Once they crossed the threshold, they were no longer a threat, they were a guest. Imagine that for a moment, a warrior, weary from weeks on the road, riding into the camp of a man whose family he had once fought in battle. In another land, this might end in bloodshed. On the Mongolian plains, it ended with a steaming bowl of mutton broth, a warm place to sleep, and stories shared late into the night. This pause in hostility was more than survival, it was about dignity. To deny a guest was to dishonor yourself and risk misfortune. To welcome them was to earn prestige. Reputation traveled faster than any horse. A generous host's name would spread across the steppe, carried in the words of those who had eaten at his fire for the Mongols. This code of hospitality was proof that even in a harsh and unforgiving land, kindness could be stronger than vengeance. And in many ways, it was this culture of respect and obligation that allowed them to build bonds across the vast emptiness, turning strangers into allies, if only for a night, because on the steppe, you never knew when you might be the traveler in need of shelter.